It's set up in a sense where this only is operating with batteries, so we can't. Not the way it's set up.
That would have been ideal, Michelle, but this is the best solution we could provide is to show them that, hey, without the battery, you wouldn't be able to run your hairdryer right now, or so on and so forth.
Yeah.
That's a great question, though.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. If there's any other questions, basically, tear down or getting it ready for travel is just everything in the opposite order. I think the big thing I want to note is this is a computer, so it's good to. Are we ready to shut this down?
Well, before you do that, why don't you show them a couple of
sure.
other tabs?
Sure,
please?
yeah.
Because this has a lot more information than just kind of the power
Right.
flow.
So here, this insight provides a battery summary. When it dips negative here, that's negative current, which means it's supporting load. So you can see here, it's always going to be negative when the batteries are operating, and vice versa when they're charging. I don't think battery is really too much of concern as like energy and power flow. So we got a lifetime, we can select today. Yeah, and it's all touchscreen, so, and I mean, feel free to.
This is potentially a little bit overkill on the information, but if you get somebody that's really knowledgeable, you could use this and also talk to, say, the solar company that they're working with and double check and prove out stuff, I guess, to some degree. Really, the main thing is that power flow, but this came with those additional graphs and charts and fancy stuff.
Energy comparison is handy. I mean, we're not attached to the grid. This is all capable of what it was before. I don't see very many scenarios where we're actually going to be connecting this to the grid, nor do I see it where we're in the running the generator with it. But if that's the case, there are two disconnect switches labeled generator and grid, and it's pretty much the same setup. You just want to power on the generator, flip the disconnect switch, and same for the grid. When you got your meter installed and you're connected to the grid, flip the disconnect switch, and that inverter will take care of the rest. And that's this grid output. We're not too concerned with, but like.
So
PV
which ones would you
input.
select? Is the PV input?
Yeah,
any of the DC stuff.
Exactly. Anything PV. I mean, load would be nice.
So unfortunately, it defaults to like
DC.
that generator input since we're on guest. Just FYI, you have to select the other.
How would you
options.
turn on the outside outlets?
So that was on a breaker in here as well.
Okay.
Yep.
And is that on or is
It is on. Yeah.
That is on. Okay. So the outlets outside have 120 volts available to them?
Correct.
Perfect.
You can also connect to the grid there if you put a meter in.
Oh,
Yeah. Did you? Yeah. I don't know.
that
if
meter
everyone-
outside, yep.
There's a meter socket. There's no. You'd have to provide a meter in case you wanted to do that.
Mm-hmm. Could you read that with TWACS, that meter?
If it was on your system. If your meter was searched in on your system, I think you should be able to.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I can't? Sure.
Just tell me.
Run
I
it
see
through
it out.
Discovery and then.
Thanks, Chris.
I invited that guy.
How do you think this thing would do with charging an EV?
Do you want to try it?
Well, Robert, did you bring yours?
Yes.
Let's hook her up.
Okay, what is, how many watts are we using? Can we see what the,
Let's see here.
0.9. Oh, 1.
Okay, we're at 1 kilowatt.
1,000.
okay, if you just keep on this, I'll go plug my UV in.
I figured you would.
Isn't it a 7.2 kW kind of situation? Well, how much is your charger? Okay.